Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the finale of Wolf Bride Chapter 16. So, it was an interesting finale, the first finale of this year for non VIP specifically, and it was a really good finale, kind of a finale that I really enjoyed. Now, pardon me, the first finale was the Queen Bee finale earlier this year, if you remember. But this one actually felt like a finale that I really enjoyed, even more than Queen Bee. So, in the last chapter we saw, we were taken by Sire and Morgan, Bastien, and our main character. But then we got all the revelations about Sire. Morgan finally was able to turn, but Sire was draining energy from her. That's why she wasn't able to turn. But now he was cornered. All of them attacked Sawyer, and we will also be able to shapeshift, and it will be totally chaotic. So there will be also different kind of fights, and in the midst of this, we will also be able to free all the previous wolves who were captured there. So this is really interesting, and we will see for the first time the fear in Sawyer's face. But we also see Morgan fighting in her wolf form, but also Bastien will just finally when the soldiers and Sawyer will have the upper hand, we'll see a light, and finally all the restraints and everything that was holding Bastien back will break apart, and Bastien will gain his primal form, and he will say, "You forgot what time it is. It was actually the full moon." That was, I think, the best. I don't know if the writers are holding that back, but like it reminded me of those movies and stuff like where the bad guys, the villains are almost they've got a hand on us, and then finally, the hero or the main character and the protagonist, they just pop up out of nowhere like, "Hey, you forgot what time it was." So that was very cheesy. And then we get out of there. It was the facility. We came out of there. We also take Hugo with us, who fought with us and also was taken there. It was an interesting fight. I also heard the endless summer music there, so it was pretty amazing. All the fight scenes and how we get to the heart of primal magic from there. But Sire ran away from us, but we knew we will find him again, and he will be headed to the heart of the primal magic. But when we go there, we meet with other soldiers, SCP soldiers, and also the pack. But they look kind of out of control, and Jet, who is a moron alpha, he's also out of control. But you also see Isabel and others, and then we need to fight, and the fight begins. Bastien and Morgan, they create a distraction for us and run for the entrance. After Sir, we know he's inside, but Sergey, he also stands in our way. But what I liked about this, they made us spend diamonds for different kind of reasons throughout the book, and if you spend those, you don't really need to spend diamond here, because sometimes what happens in different books, like they ask you like, "Hey, spend diamonds here to gain some skills," but when the end fight comes, you also need to spend additional diamonds, but which was not here, and I really like it. So this is the finale which you can 70 to 80% enjoy without diamond scenes, without using diamonds in the finale, which I really liked about this finale. So then we will be defeating Sergey, and it's up to us whether we show mercy or kill him. I personally showed mercy to Sergey, and we run inside the cave. Sire, and if you took the knife, the silver knife, so now Sire is also one of them because he's been draining energy from the primal magic. So whatever affects the wolves, it's also affecting him. So we will be like cutting his leg with the knife, but whatever we do, if we throw him away, his bones will crumple together, but then they will also relocate themselves. So he has the healing power, got really well. But then what happens, we will get to chase him, but before we chase him, we'll have to make a decision. We can heal that heart of primal magic, or we can help Lila deliver her baby, because Lila's baby was about to be born. And so we can do either if we spend the diamond, and if we help Lila with her baby, we will see that it's also just like Morgan, it's blind, because baby is born on the full moon. They're unlucky that way, but it's a very cute baby and they can transform to wolf. And that was a really interesting scene. And also the baby was not breathing at first, but then something happens, the primal magic flows. Like, it's like we're the speaker now, right? And we can channel the primal magic and we can make it work for us. So the primal magic makes everything work. It heals Lila because Lila was bleeding badly. It heals her, it heals her baby, and then we finally get back. But we also need to win this battle for them. And the next morning comes, Sawyer was just cornered, and then we will get to decide who actually gets to kill Sawyer, Bastien or Morgan. I thought it would be good for Morgan to kill her because, you know, he did more crime to Morgan than Bastien, and that's how Sawyer will be done for. But we will have some bigger problems to deal with. First, will we be able to heal in the healing pool? That will be a question. But because Jet is the new alpha and we're exiled, but we will heal in the healing pool. And there will be another problem also. That is when Callum and Lila will bring their babies to Den and to Jet, Jet will say to abandon and basically leave this baby somewhere because it's a baby born on full moon, just like Morgan. She's no use of pack. But none of the pack members stand with him, and finally Bastien, in a fair fight, free and fair fight, will defeat Jet and then ask him to, bare his throat, because he was also claiming that the old members of pack who were taken by Sire and who we brought back won't be here. They can't be here. So he was a monster and a moron. I wouldn't say he was even the bad villain or something, because he was just basically a moron, Jet. So he will finally bare his throat in front of the true alpha, Bastien, and then everything will come back to normal, or as close to normal as it can be. And we'll also see Isobel. She is finally with us and she admires us. Morgan, our main character, who she didn't want there, but she also says that she will listen to us, and Bastien. But then we go to the pool, and also we will see that we have to make a final decision. But the final decision is that we are bonded with both Bastien and Morgan. So we don't have to choose one of them because it's going to be really hard. The bond, we are mate. We are not just Bastien's mate, but we are not either only Morgan's mate, but we are a mate of both of them. So we will come to a conclusion that we will have our designated night with each of them. Now, this was really interesting because I have seen a show which was based on mythology, and so it was kind of similar to the mythology I heard and watched on TV. So that was pretty interesting. But then you get to have a hookup scene with either Bastien or Morgan. I chose Bastien because there is something about the scenes with Bastien because we're bonded with both of them, like I said. But the mating and the bond with Bastien, the scenes, the way it was described, I think the best steamy scenes in the entire history of Pixelberry Choice. The description, I mean, because they used the bonding, they used the mating truly in the good sense of this. Because the feelings, whatever our main character is feeling, Bastien's, we see it from Bastien's eyes. Then how the pleasure doubles over when we're not just having our own pleasure, but we're experiencing it from their perspective, and the rough nature, the wolf nature, and we will also get to transform to wolf form. So this is just a whole new level of ecstasy and adventure, and just like a lot of feelings we feel at that moment. So I really liked the job they did with that. And then finally we get back to the pack. Bastien is our main the alpha now of the pack, and we have new rules established. Normally packs, they abandon the weakest members, but Bastien now says that no one will be abandoned by the pack, and the ones who were stolen and now who have come back, they will also be accepted. We see our uncle helping us throughout the book in different part. In the finale, first when we're getting out of SCP, and then against the cruelty of the pack against Jet. So it was an amazing journey overall, the finale. And the end with the Bastion says, we have won our battle, it's time for us to celebrate, but there are other challenges, other enemies waiting for us. And then our main character says, yeah, there are enemies, but now I think it's time for us to, we can chill for a second now. So that was really interesting. I do wish Wolf Pride had gotten a sequel, because this is the book that had the potential to get a book too. It was the right amount of steamy, it was right amount of plot. It was a once in a while book. I would have liked if Wolf Pride had a book too, but it's a book one, standalone VIP, your typical VIP book. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions on the finale, and I'll see you in the next video with one more finale and Wake the Dead Chapter 5. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.